Today, helldivers, I'm going to be recapping what happened on Seasse and how it got to where it is now. A horrible, undemocratic void. Let's start with the first readings of suspicious activity. Classified Ministry of Science readouts indicate a severe escalation of spacetime disruptions, bearing similarities to those recorded near the Meridian Singularity. Across archaeological sites recently and illicitly reoccupied by the Illuminate, these localized differentials are forming illegal patterns of astral pressure. Anomalies consistent with early indicators of terrestrial storms. Immediate reconnaissance is required to confirm with both cross-ministry risk assessment protocols and all conditions of insurance. Helldivers must infiltrate Zaragoza and Hathon Secundus to extract rare samples. These highly irradiated materials are the exact composition of this subterranean threat. Simultaneously, helldivers must hold Aliat 3 at all costs to anchor our counteroffensive and protect ongoing Ministry of Science evacuations against unauthorized repossession. If our top scientific minds are correct, an unnatural threat may be gestating with these affected planets. The rare samples are key to forecasting precisely what form of danger may take and the risk it possesses to the galaxy. At this point, the map had no signs of corruption and we only had theories to what was going on. We did fail the major order because we didn't get enough samples. This was because a minor order had taken place at the same time to retake the factory hub, and that needed to be reclaimed as it had been in enemy hands for far too long, and the strengthened vehicles were needed. We did, however, receive the FRV for 24 hours upon completion of the minor order. About a week after this, we again had another Illuminate major order after a few BART ones. This had now involved the infamous Seasse. Highly threatening readings have been observed originating from the planet Seasse, deep in Illuminate territory. Gravitational waves that defy sanctioned scientific models are emanating from the planet, and anomalous weather formations now cover its surface. Simultaneously, space-time anomalies in the vicinity of Illuminate ruins have spiked. The Ministry of Science theorizes direct connection between the two events. Intelligence assesses with a degree of high certainty that the enemy is conducting anti-democratic activity of an unknowable and perverse nature on Seasse. The Helldivers are ordered to launch an immediate offensive towards Seasse with the objective of determining the nature of this Illuminate activity and interdicting it. At the same time, a counter-assault of voteless had occurred. A mass wave of voteless had invaded Heze Bay. The Illuminate themselves are not present. They have deployed only the twisted former citizens in a cowardly and naked attempt to distract from their operations on Seasse. Non-voting abominations are destroying public property and terrorizing the registered voted. We did win that, and afterwards, we did start making a path into Seasse. The first super destroyers have reached Seasse. The Illuminate appear to have raised massive spires from beneath their ancient ruins. The meteorological phenomena engulfing the planet appears to originate from these spires, which have been named exospires. Helldivers, focus operations on these exospires, deploy to Seasse and destroy as many of them as possible. We'd then first dropped onto the planet, and you could then see that there was this sort of storm engulfing the planet. And you could tell something was up, and we had encountered a lot of new stuff here. And there were some new enemies, new environments, new maps. Very difficult to drop into for the first time, but we adapted. And then later on, we had another intel report come in. Novel Illuminate threats have been encountered on Seasse. Troops report piloted armored suits on the battlefield, likely created from the stolen exosuit blueprints. This is the first introduction of the new exosuits, the Veraciter and the Gatekeeper. After a while of fighting, the storm had got worse and had escalated. The exostorm on Seasse has escalated to Category 2. Localized exospire weather cells are merging into planetary superstorms. Due to atmospheric volatility, completion of operations is no longer required for mission success. Helldivers are ordered to focus on high-volume Illuminate liquidation and the requisition of anomalous assets. make the enemy pay in blood for every second of unlawful environmental interference. The Major Order had then changed from completing operations to just merely getting kills on Illuminate, as it seemed that no matter our efforts, they had planned for our incursion, and had made it so that no matter what we did, they would at least get this one planet under their control, no matter the cost. And a while later, the exostorm had escalated again. The exostorm has reached Category 3. All superstorms have merged into a single, extreme, planet-covering storm. The Ministry of Science reports initial adverse spacetime fractures within Seasse system. Amidst claims of fluctuating chronometric drift and unidentifiable visual artifacts, the tactile window is closing before spacetime stability is irrevocably compromised. And just before the planet had closed up, High Command gave us the flamethrower for the next 24 hours, just so that we had enough to finally close out the kills we needed. Afterwards, when the planet became closed up, we had then received our after-action report. The helldivers interceded on Seasse, nullifying this latest Illuminate scheme. However, the planet remains on the inhuman, tentacled grasp of the xenophobic enemy. The exospires they have raised are generating a growing exostorm that will soon cover the entire planet. Gravitational waves in the proximity of the planet continue to intensify. Operations on the planet are becoming rapidly more difficult to sustain. The ultimate aim of the Illuminate is unknown, but by all indications it will soon become clear. And shortly after this, we could no longer enter the system. The Seasse system has been rendered unobservable to all equipment. The space surrounding the system is blocked by a seemingly unimpenetrable void of unknown nature. Travel to Seasse is not possible at this time. The Ministry of Science is aggressively investigating the situation. This is when the void has been introduced. It is a complete blank spot to the Galactic war map. You cannot see in, and they might not be able to see out. We don't know yet. But it's just completely engulfing parts of the map and making it inhospitable. This appears to be quite similar to the gloom on the Terminid front. Only time will tell if they will share the same fate, where we inevitably enter and reclaim what's rightfully ours. Thank you for watching my recap on what went on the Seasse system. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. We have a Discord also that you can join. There's some pretty cool people in there. We like to team up and play and fight for democracy. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all around.